Welcome back. Myself Jay Tandil, working as an assistant professor on Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. In the previous, we discussed about introduction to waste to energy, on which we are already discussed about need of waste to energy technology, conversion technology process, that is classified into three category: thermal category, biochemical category and land lift category. On thermal, classified into three, that is combustion, gasification and pyrolysis, and so on. So we are already discussed about VT plant diagram and detailed discussion about gasification and pyrolysis. So now today we are going to learn about classification of waste as a fuel. So on the classifications of waste as a fuel, the classification that will be of the category of the waste divided into three most category, that is first domestic category, second that is industrial category, and third that is medical category. So industrial category further divided into the section of biodegradable waste, for example food waste, non biodegradable, that is also part of domestic waste, industrial waste, that is hazardous, non hazardous, medical, that is hazardous, but that is example is blood. So in general, actually waste are classified on the basis of biological, chemical and physical property. Among that we are try to discuss about biodegradable. So you can see the image of biodegradable waste, you can clear some basic understanding about the waste. It is a daily waste, you know that. So these waste are natural organic component which are degrade or decomposed by the biological or microbiological microbial actions. So biodegradable waste are generated in food processing unit, cotton mills, paper mills, sugar mills, textile factory, sewage waste, that is a biodegradable, and some of the part is may be used, for example suppose skin can be used for the making a shoe, for example is woodland. Most of the waste from this industry are reused. When these waste are in excess, they act as a pollution and not be easy, some of the material not be easily decomposed and they take time to for the decompositions. So that is a part of commercial biodegradable. Next, that is non-degradable, it is including some plastics and so on. So these are not decomposed by the microbes, but are oxidation and deassociated automatically. The coal stone, metal scrap, the sludge are generated from the colliery operations, refineries product, inert dry soil, varieties of slugs containing oil, fly ash is the major solid waste from the thermal power plant. Generally these waste are not reused and accumulated in the ecosystem. Some of it move through the biological cycle. So non biodegradable waste are also include the DDT pesticide, leads, plastics, and some mercuric salts, etc. So these are some real image of the biodegradable waste. Now third, that is industrial waste, that include the both, that is a hazardous waste. So this hazardous waste, so in a many chemical, biological and explosive, or we can radioactive waste, which are the types of hazardous waste, are highly reactive and toxic, poses a several danger to the human, plants and some animal life, are called as hazardous waste. So they are highly toxic in nature. Hazardous waste, when improperly handled, can causes a substantially harm to the human health and also the other species. to the environments. Hazardous waste may be in form of soil, solid, liquid, sludge, or in form of gas maybe. So, they are generated primarily by the chemical products, manufacturing and other industrial activities. The important hazardous waste are the lead, mercury, cadmium, chromium, maybe the drug, leathers, pesticide, rubbers, and the influence from the different industries. They may be cause the danger during the uneducated storage, transportation, treatment or disposal operations. The hazardous waste material may be toxic in form of reactive form, explosive form, corrosive form, then infections form, etc. So, now these are the types of waste, and today I want to give you some important term, basics regarding to some important term, because this term, whether you do not know about this term, then the next theory or next lecture will be maybe meaningless. So, there are 4 terms. First, that is ignitability, corrosiveness, that is a part of this waste, reactivity and toxicity. So, first, that is ignitability. So, these are the waste that easily catch fire with a flash point which is less than 60 degree. So, we can, from that waste we can easily generate heat ultimately. So, the fire is not present immediately danger, but can be spread harmful particles over the wide area. So, this is called as some ignitability. Now, next that is a corrosiveness. In corrosiveness, this comprises most acidic and alkaline waste that corrodes the other materials. This requires a special container for the disposal and should be spread from other waste as they release the toxic container. Third one, that is radioactivity, like we know nuclear power plant having some waste after the energy is generated. The road, cadmium road, that will be not in used after they are not capable to bombarding. At that time, whatever the waste that will be generated, that is called as a radioactivity waste. So, these are the explosive, highly reactive waste. These undergo a violent chemical reactions and are exploded to the greater heat and toxic gases. Lastly, that is toxicity. This waste release the toxins and the poisons substance that poses hazardous to the human health and the environment. Now, the last topic from this chapter, that is incineration. Incineration is involve the combustion of the organic material into the incinerate bottom as we discuss in plant diagram, that incineration word is there actually. So, this it may be a fluid gases, particles and heat that can be used to generate the electricity, destroy our material. Incineration means ultimately spark particles, we can say. It is a both a land lift reduction method and reducing the volume of waste up to 95 to 96% waste that can be transported into for different purpose of generation of the energy. So, whatever that wasted part, that is in huge volume, that is compressed into some form, that is so it will be reduced some volume of the waste. So, that is up to 95 to 96% for generating waste to energy. So, it will be help to transportation. The heat produced upon the incineration can be used to generate the steam, which can then be used to drive the turbine in order to produce the electricity. So, the typical range of the net electricity is around 500 to 600 kilowatt hour per ton of waste. After this compressions of that, whatever the waste material that will be comprised and compressed, volume is 95 to 96% compressed, and then that 1 ton that will consider for generating 500 to 600 kilowatt hour waste. So, the incineration about suppose 20 tons per day of the waste will be produce a 50 megawatt of electricity power. So, electricity production thus around 0.5 to 0.7 megawatt hour per ton of the municipal soil waste MSW. Now, one word that is over here on the at the beginning, as I told you that you know the electricity generation that is from the landfill. Sorry. So, what is actual landfill? Landfill is nothing but the area through which that waste material we can dispose. So landfill site is which is away from some commercial area, right? It is a end of some you know, it is near to the sea or whatever at that place, which is ultimately far away from the society. So landfill site is a site for the disposal of the waste material. Landfill is the, you know, oldest and most common form of waste disposal, all through the systematic burial of the waste with daily, intermediate and final cover bags. Now, on the next lecture we are discuss about the second chapter, biomass pyrosis. Thank you.